Hello, and welcome back to the Who Are You podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Connor Overbay, and I'm sitting with...
I'm Shannon Overbay. Normally you introduce me. So
I know. But if this is your first time checking out the podcast, welcome. We're always happy to have a new listener, a new watcher, any way you guys are taking in our content. If this is your first time, make sure you guys go to our social media. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod from everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the normal spots. Also, YouTube. YouTube's going to have a little bit of a different name. It's going to be Who Are You podcast. You guys will be able to see all of our video content on there. We have all kinds of stuff going on. The listeners, the viewers are growing. Thank you guys so much for checking us out and all of our amazing guests that give us their time, including today. We have a very, very special guest. I don't even know if you even really need for people to know, to tell who you are. Yes, but today we're sitting down with Rique Bentley. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Man. Thank y'all for having me. I'm glad to be here, man.
Yeah, man. Like I said, just to name a couple of things that you do. Obviously, Jacksonville Run Club,
yes, sir.
Huge.
Yes, sir. Come on, man.
That's right. Coach for Atlantic Coast Highschool, yes, right? Yes, Linebacker coach, is that what I saw?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I mean, media. What else can I even really name about you,
director,
man?
Hey, we here. Got a couple things going. Just thankful, man. Thankful for the position.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have you move that mic just a little bit closer to your mouth. That's all right. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Right there. And like I said, man, it's amazing to sit down with you. We were talking a little bit, kind of giving you the background of our show here, and I've been aware of you for a while, man. Like, yes, everything that you guys got going on, I've seen so many people who've been on this podcast go to the Jacksonville Run Club,
yes,
get involved with you guys, and just the positivity that you guys are putting around town is awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yes, like that's the main thing we're trying to push on this show is like promoting the bright spots of Jacksonville.
Come on now.
And seeing everything you guys are doing. One, getting people healthy. One, building community. Two, building community. It's been a really, really cool thing. So I was super excited for today's interview.
Yeah, man. I'm excited to be here, man. We got a lot to talk about. So
yes,
let's get
sir.
into it. Yes, sir.
But before we get too deep into the conversation, if you want to let everybody know where they can follow you, whether it's social media, websites, anything you want to promote here at the beginning.
Sir. I mean, y'all can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. It's all one thing. Rique Bentley, RIQUE BENTLEY. Jacksonville Run Club as well. So it's Jacksonville Run Club on all social medias. If you guys need any production, media, creative direction, hit me up. All One Media. We here for you, baby.
Yes, sir. I say, look, you hear how professional that was? I say he was ready with it.
Don't give it to me. Yes, sir.
But so just to kind of start off here, obviously we got a whole bunch of things to talk about. But one of the first parts I want to learn about you is, where are you from?
From Jacksonville, man. I'm here from the South Side.
Yes, sir.
Emerson, man. Bentley Lane. We had Bentley Lane back in the day. It's now, sold to the city. But hey, man, just. Grew up, born and raised here in Jacksonville.
Nice.
Stayed in South Carolina a little bit with my mom, Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay.
Transitioned there. My dad was in prison. Ended up coming back to Jacksonville. Went to Wilson High School. Graduated from Fletcher High School playing football.
I don't know.
Yeah, you said you was a
I'm a saint.
guy.
I'm a saint. So I was like,
yeah, man. Yeah, no. But, Fletcher, love Fletcher, man. Love my Senator's dog. But,
it's a great school.
Yeah, no, love it.
Yeah.
I had some of the best times at Fletcher. And, man, ended up going to college, Missouri State University in Springfield, Missouri. Dibble and dabble out there. Didn't end up going to the NFL. Came back and started my entrepreneurial journey. So ended up staying in South Carolina a little bit longer. Came to Jacksonville and just started my creative journey, man.
That's sick, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, obviously I always find it super interesting talking to an athlete, right?
Yes, sir.
Making it to that college round, right? I played AAU basketball. I dabbled in football. I was like 240 pounds when I first came in my freshman year. I was like, I'm 6'4", 6'5", but I was a heavier dude at that time. And then I dropped weight real quick. I don't know whether it was puberty or whatever it was, eating a little bit better. I went down from 240 down to 180, 170.
Sheesh, yes, sir.
And I played tight end at that time. So I was like, that's a no for me. But, to walk us through that experience, right? Going in, did they come after you? Did they give you a scholarship to go play?
Yeah, so this was at Fletcher. Shout out to Coach Corey. Shout out to all my coaches there, man. They literally within 1 year changed my life. So got recruited there. Coach Vokalek, he came down, met my family, and it felt good, being able to go up there. It was a different scenery, culture shock, just wanted more, know, and not really having a true direction here in Jacksonville, being able to get out of Jacksonville, go to Missouri, try something new. There was a couple of guys who were from Jacksonville there, so I had a great experience. It was just a visit. Shout out to my boy Ryan Callender. They treated me so good, and so wanted me to come up there. Had a great opportunity, and going to Missouri was amazing. Snowstorms, literally blizzards, bro. had to play in them, had to train in them. Coming from Florida, going all the way to Missouri, I'm telling you, it was a whole difference. But
yeah,
it was a great experience, man. I love my roommates I had, Stacy and Sid, love them boys to death. Cole, he ended up going, one of my freshman linebackers, he ended up going to the Texans. And so, like, it's always been good just to have a good relationship with him, like to see, just a difference. But, man, it was an amazing experience, bro. It was an amazing experience. Yes, sir.
I believe it. And Shannon's from Ohio, by the way.
Oh, really?
I know the snow.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that snow is from Florida to Ohio or Missouri. I stayed in South Carolina as well, but no comparison.
No, yeah. I've never been to Missouri, but, in Ohio, we had our, it started, late September or so?
Yeah.
And then all the way through February, early March.
February, that's all you got.
Yeah. So that's why I came down to Florida. I hated the cold. Driving in the snow is probably one of the worst things ever.
I had my one of my good friends, his car, like we used to all use one car because I didn't have a car in Florida. But snow time, they used to literally always make me drive. And,
oh no!
You got to be so slow,
Yes.
But
that black ice, slide out a little bit.
Get those
thank God we
chains
never
on
had
your
any.
tires.
Thank God we didn't have any big serious injuries. So
that is good.
Yeah, man.
No, that's sick, man. Like I said, it's always interesting, right? Like we were talking about Neil Sterling. Shout out Neil from ISI.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Neil, man.
Like meeting these people who made it to that next level, right? All these kids are playing in high school ball, middle school ball. Their dream is to obviously make it to college and then make it to the NFL.
Yes,
when did you really kind of get that feeling like, okay, maybe I do have a chance to make it to the next level from high school to college? What made you, like, when did you see that shift kind of happen?
I mean, I would say it was a summer in transition from going to Wilson to Fletcher, and we just had like a different coaching staff. It was like a different culture, and I remember specifically Coach McKinney. Like it was just a shift and change, and like everybody who went to Wilson, they know Coach McKinney and how great he was. And so, ironically, we played Fletcher for our spring game, and I was the only person that scored on Fletcher. It was like a fullback dive. I want to say it was, and took it to the house.
Hey.
And so Coach Reynolds, he literally after the game came to my dad. He was like, is this kid he want to come to Fletcher, blah blah blah. And I didn't want to leave because I had all my homeboys, my family, at Wilson, but understanding the capability of what it could be for football, it was more so just going there, and where we made it to the fourth round. We're in Fletcher history, for making it to the furthest in playoff history, et cetera, et cetera. So we are in the history books, accomplished a lot.
Very
and
nice.
Just within that transition was when it was like, okay, hey, we're competing with a lot of the people in the city. Now we're in, Lake Brantley, who else? Timber Creek. We ended up going to play, and we lost to Tampa High School. Plant, sorry, forgive me.
Yeah.
Tampa Plant.
Yeah.
And this is when they were a powerhouse. So, going down, it's like we playing Plant. Like, this is the best team in the city, in the state of Florida at the time.
These are these guys are future NFL players.
For sure,
yeah.
for sure.
I almost went to Plant, but I didn't.
Oh yeah, yeah. Shout out to you for not going to Plant. But yeah, man. I mean, like that game, it was heartaking because it was my last senior game because we ended up losing. But like going down with the mindset, I was willing to play anything. Like, I played quarterback that game. I played running back, linebacker. Like I was a big, like a key point on defense and offense for them, just because it was the caliber of team. So just that transition, and then going into summer, like, okay, this is something that we can do, and going to college, and then like really seeing those guys, like, okay, yeah, I am better than a lot of these guys, you know what I mean? So just that transition to one with my coaches instilling it to us, and then being able to compete at a high level, it was like, okay, yeah, we can do this, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, just being able to experience it, I would say, is what just took me there, and just turned me up, man. We've been turned up ever since.
And people sleep on Jacksonville sports, man. There's some,
for sure.
Obviously, there's big names that have come out of Jacksonville. Just when it comes to football, obviously Tim Tebow, right?
For sure. Yes,
I'm trying to think of who else. Obviously, we were talking about you being at Atlantic Coast. How long have you been the coach for Atlantic Coast?
So we actually been there for like the past 2-3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-3 years. I think it's going on 3 years. Shout out to my boy Step, man. We started at Wilson High School, and this is when we're getting I used to go to Wilson, so it was kind of like a full circle moment. I'm able to go back, and then he had the opportunity because Atlantic Coast is his alma mater.
Oh,
He had the opportunity to be head coach. Him coming from the Chiefs, and just brought us with him, and we've been sticking together ever since then. So yeah, man, been helping out with the media aspect of it, just giving those guys a different visual light, because back in the day, if you weren't that guy, so to say, you wouldn't get all the limelight. So. Atlantic Coast, they haven't had the best, season over the past couple of years, but it's more been a transitional space now. So, like, giving the guys, like, hey, this is what we can be. We're going to look good so you can feel good so you can play good. Shout out to Dion. But that's the mindset. Like, you make them look good, it gives them something to be hyped up about, to something to look forward to. Because trust, the way these kids are nowadays, bro, they will troll you. Like, bro, the
internet's a dangerous place, man.
It is. We made a viral video most recently for the kids, like at 150,000, for the area.
That's big. And
and bro, these kids are on there trolling, like going crazy, bro. And it's like, you gotta have thick skin because, bro, these kids be saying some wild stuff, bro. Wild stuff.
Exactly. And Atlantic Coast is still a particularly young school. My buddies who went there, I think it was like the third year was open.
Yeah, it's brand new. I want to
2012,
2011. I want to say 2010, 2011, around that.
Yeah, because I was just going into high school a couple years after. Because I think when did I start my high school career? Probably 2013. Yeah, because I graduated 2017.
You're old, bro.
Hey, it's okay.
You're old, man.
Buddy, who you telling? I have a little brother now who is playing at Sandalwood High School now, and he's a junior. And I'm just like, Jesus, I'm getting old, man.
We all getting old. Man.
It's crazy how time goes by. Because I'm 26. I'll be 27 in February. It's just time goes by.
On, it keeps going.
But the sports here in Jacksonville is really getting a special place, right?
Trust. We have some great athletes here now. Tomorrow we actually have a rivalry game against one of, actually, I think he's deemed the number one player of 2027, 2028, Bryson Wright.
For Mandarin, right?
Mandarin, yeah. So we got a tough game for us tomorrow. But ironically, I had the special ability to coach him at the Jags 7-on-7 prep. And when I say that kid is freaking... Like, you got to give him his prop. One, he's from Jax, but he's a freaking nature, bro.
I was watching his highlight tapes the other day.
Like, I had him, because I was coaching defense, and I had him at corner. And when I say I literally had him on one side where I did not have to worry about it. And I'm literally running cover 2 man the whole time. Like, Bryce, you just do this.
Do what you need.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Then on offense, he's just... Jit is hard to guard.
But it's good you have a little experience working with him, so you.
I can definitely jump to him. Kind of game plan towards him, like teach the boys like what we're looking for and like how you need to prepare. But it's like he's humble. He's a great kid, and bro, he has a great life ahead of him. You know what I mean? Him, Asher, from Bowles as well. We got a couple guys, even with us, Ethan, Jabari. Like, we got some guys that have the ability to take it to the next level where, bro, it's crazy to see, like, from when we played, but now, like, this new generation of kid, it's like, I'm coach now. I'm up now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man.
But even what's crazy with that, right? Like, now in college, there's the transfer portal and the NILs and everything, right? These kids, I wish this was around when I was playing ball.
Come on, man.
Because, Shan, there's guys that are getting paid millions. Literally. Millions to come to a college. And then they'll be like, all right, I don't want to I'm not getting playing time here. Deuces. And then go into, like, another... And they'll be in the same conference. And it's like... It's so crazy how that works.
It wasn't like that back in the day.
Exactly.
It was loyalty. You know what I mean? You wanted to stay at your school and, suffer with them regardless of whether you were good or bad. So, I mean, that transition is still iffy, but like, even just speaking on Bryson, like, it was one weekend. He had an amazing catch. It was on, I think it was OT7 or one of the main 7-on-7 events. Like, he caught it one hand over the kid. And I think his NIL evaluation was like, I want to say anywhere from 3 to 5 million just from the exposure that he had from that past weekend. It's like, this is what these in a weekend.
In a week,
you know what I mean? Like,
I saw one play. It was a long pass down the left side of the field, and he caught it over 2 people, fell on his back, and secured it. I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, but he's nasty. So we gotta. It's crazy. We gotta play against him tomorrow, and I'm hyping him up. You know what I mean? But that's my young boy. Like, he's really like that. So. Yeah. We got a scheme to him. We know how great of a player he is, and how good Mandarin is as a team. Overall, but
they're one of the top schools right now, right?
Yeah. It's all right, but yeah.
Hey, I mean, not hating on Sandalwood, but Sandalwood's not doing shit this year, right?
Sandalwood.
It's tough, man.
Game, baby.
But when I went there, they were a powerhouse team.
Yeah, for sure.
We had
shout out to my boy Chris Jones. I love him.
I was just about to say, I know Chris Jones.
I love him to death.
Whenever I was doing AAU basketball, he would come and train at the same gym. I would go train at.
Yes, sir.
And then I saw him. I believe he played for the Lions in Minnesota, if I remember.
Cardinals, Minnesota, Lions. Yes, sir. I think he's still playing in the XFL right now.
Is that where he's at?
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
No, dude, I remember growing up and seeing him, and then like I knew who he was, but then seeing the after parts after you don't see him for a couple years, like, oh man, he made it to the NFL.
Yep.
And then there's a couple dudes that I went to high school with. Sincere, I forgot his last name. Went to Ole Miss. Chidari Cooper, he played at Atlantic Coast for a little bit.
Sir.
They were, I believe, he was either offense or defensive tackle. I can't remember.
Yep.
He went to Ole Miss as well. So it's just like I said, Jacksonville is really a spot, but
powerhouse, bro.
But Florida's also known. Like a lot of people like to say up north is better. I'm like, I don't know, man. Florida boys are different.
Come on, man.
We got that
speed.
humidity.
It's that water. That's what it is. It's something in the water, y'all.
Well, when you bring a team from up north and bring them down here, we see it in the NFL all the time, right? Yeah, we get out there on one of those 90-degree days. Humidity's real high. These dudes are cooking on the field.
Come on, man. Cooked.
Yes. So, obviously with everything you got going on, with the football side, what's kind of like the main goal? Do you want to stay in the high school range? Do you want to kind of move towards college or even pros? Like, what's kind of your goal with that side of things?
I mean, really just transition wherever God takes me, man, honestly. Like right now, I feel like we've impacted a lot of here in Jacksonville, like as far as just the social media side, hyping other schools up, because this essentially started at Wilson.
Yeah.
Like as far as highlighting, and Wilson is one of the, lesser teams in the city, you know what I mean? And just that social media backing, like we went viral on TikTok. Shout out to my boy AJ. Over 1 million views of me coaching at Wilson.
Dang, there you go.
And I shout out to all our creatives as well. Royal, shout out my boy Chris, Schultz, Schultz Media, everybody who does a great job here in the city. All One Media, all my guys. But like I feel like we kind of curated that social media space as far as like different schools getting that social media image.
It's big now.
Yeah, it's
huge. Yeah.
And just being thankful to be a part. But yeah, like there was a lot of schools doing it before we did. And so just now to see a lot of people coming up, it's big. Like, so essentially like you're taking it in and helping people grow. Like I just helping the kids see like, hey, before y'all get to college, you need to know how to speak to the camera. You need to know how to hold yourself accordingly. You need to know how to, reiterate, your ideas, take your time, so just giving them that media presence, stuff that we didn't learn until college. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, man, I mean, wherever God takes me, whether we're here, high school level, we still these guys will end up going to college. They'll end up going to the NFL. So regardless, we're in every level. But shoot, if the NFL want to call me right now and say we coming to a broadcast and they need somebody to come out, trust we going, baby.
Hey, man, so, that's what my thought was. I've thought about. I've wanted to go call a Jags game so bad. I think it'd be sick to go be up in the box and be able to call.
You heard me. We need this.
We need this.
We need a call game. I need a favor, bro. Come on, now you got me. Come on.
And I've seen you've done like work with the Jaguars, right? Obviously, I saw you were with what's Devin's last name? One of the main media.
Dev, I'm so sorry, Dev. Bro.
Dev,
we love you to death, Dev. I cannot pronounce your last. I can't think of it right now.
Corvell or something.
That possibly is it. Dev,
yeah.
Please don't hate me, bro. I love you. Dog.
He's about to have a baby too, man.
Yeah. Shout out to the Pops, man. But yeah, Dev is amazing, bro.
Dev, let me know, buddy. I've reached out to you a couple times, my man. Let me know.
Come on, Dev.
But funny enough, his girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever. I went to school with her. Funny enough, I know her. Yeah. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's cool. They're together.
Yeah, yes, sir.
No, man, it's like the getting with the Jaguars, right? Obviously, they're hard to get with, man. Sure. That's not someone you can just shoot an email to. You got to email a couple people to really get through that line. How did you kind of get involved with them? And was it through all your media content? Did they reach out to you? You reach out to them?
So, I mean, we worked with them multiple times. We worked with them through the school, through the Jags Foundation, me going out and actually coaching just because they seen what we were doing on social media. And then even with the Run Club as well, we had a 5K last year with Michael Benko and the Jaguars.
Nice.
With the Till Trot 5K.
Okay.
So really just, people reaching out to us, as far as the foundation, they had different things they want to donate back to the school, give back to the school. So
I saw uniforms, pants and stuff for the kids.
Cleats, all different types of things, that the Jaguars, they end up grew out of or didn't use. And then just even with the media, just working with the Jaguars as well, they saw what we were doing on social media as far as with the kids, with the players. And they, had some of our photographers hired us. Just work with them in all different aspects. Now, thankfully we have a couple of media guys who are official now. So,
that's sick.
Man, awesome. Thankful, man. A lot of things have been coming from it. So
Congrats, man. That's
Thank you, man.
that's
Thank you.
huge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like I said, I love to see the community work together and, work with some of these big names, right? Like
Sure.
like I was telling you, like the Jaguars are not the easiest people to get a hold of, right?
Sure.
I was hyped talking to Neil Sterling, an ex-Jaguars player, and I'm trying to think of who else we've sat down with. I met Paul Poslesny in the past, and I say one of the legends of Jacksonville. Sure. I do have a cool story for you about the stadium. So when I was growing up, my dad he ended up working with Microsoft for a long time, and he ended up working on the whole deal when it comes to the tablets that are on the side. So how they watch the replays, like be able to go through that. He was a part of that, and I got to go to one of their events that they were having, like a Microsoft, rub shoulders, say what's up to each other. I got to play Madden on the Jumbotron.
Wow! At the Jags?
At the Jags Stadium.
How long ago was that? Was that some years ago? Or
I remember years ago.
Okay, I was going to say I do remember they.
I was probably 14. I wasn't driving yet, so I was like 13 or 14 years old. So yeah, it was a minute ago, but I thought that was one of the coolest experiences.
That would be amazing to be playing in a stadium like on the Jumbotron. I was
in the bud zone, looking right across on a couch with someone. I got to do that. Getting on the field a couple times as well. I walked by JJ Watt. I think I'm a tall person, and then you see what a big person looks like. I'm
trying to tell you, bro. Come on now.
He would Shannon. When I tell you, there wouldn't be anything of me left. It would you just see a dust cloud of where my body.
Yeah, JJ. That's why he's a legend for a reason.
Speaking of hits, right? Obviously, you go into college ball. People talk about the speed change, right? You go from playing high school ball, you're used to how fast everything is moving, all that, and then you go to college where these are guys who are
different.
Yeah, they want to take your dream. They want to be your nightmare. Is basically what it is. Sure. Did you ever get a big hit on yourself or anything? You're like, ooh, welcome to college.
Yeah, I tore my MCL when I was in college. Crazy. It was tight end going up against tight end guy Gannon. I remember like it was yesterday. I actually caught an interception. I jumped the route, hit him, and I picked it. And then like when I was trying to hurry up and get up, my leg was still caught. And man, it was as soon as I went up, felt it, dropped everything, grabbed my leg, and I was literally. I was yelling more than actually hurt, but I've never gotten hurt like officially before. So I'm in my mind, it's like, oh my God, everything's over. Oh, blah, and it ended up being, a big cause of why, I didn't end up making it to the NFL. But it was just like bro, I still remember it was my right leg, but caught the pick, ran through him. And like when I tried to like hold it up, like, yeah, I got it. It was like that movement of me coming. I was like, yelling, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that was one of the. It wasn't a big hit, but I would say like
a big part.
Big hit, yeah, you know what I mean. And yeah, man, that was. Shout out to Missouri State.
Did you have to get surgically repaired
no, I didn't,
or anything?
Thankfully, I never was a big hospital like surgery guy. So trust, I feel like I've broken so many things that I didn't know was broke, and I just let them heal, take them up and stuff.
You can ask her, I'm the same way.
No, seriously, you know what I mean. So I probably have needed it, but. Throughout the years, I've limited myself like to working out and stuff. So like even getting back into running, like I was scared about that because of my past, my history, as far as my body. But it's over time. I felt like it healed properly.
Nice,
good, and I don't feel it now. So
that's good, man.
That's one thing I was going to bring up with the Run Club and everything. If you still feel the residual is effective.
Oh, trust. So back in high school, and anybody knows me playing Fletcher, like I used to catch full body cramps. Like we would play balls to the wall. Like so, they would have me. Pickle juice, bananas as soon as I get done, but in the back of the bus, I used to always sit in the back. I'm catching full body cramps, and everybody know when Rique catch a full body, punch his leg. Like everybody would literally come to the back and take turns punching my leg because I genuinely needed it. Like I'm catching a full body cramp.
Yep.
But, like that was those.
I've had those. Like you're at night, you're like like you feel your whole body start tensing up.
That was one of my fears. Like running with that. But I was. Caught a full body cramp after running. So like I was dehydrated. I was out shooting some content with Paige and Doris. To shout out to y'all, amazing runners here. They were on like a mission, 100 days running 10 miles and 10 miles a day, and they did it. Shout out to them. They did
good for them.
And so we were shooting some content for On because On the running brand, they saw them, and so they sponsored them some shoes. So I was shooting a commercial for them.
That's sick.
And it was dope. And so I'm running with them. Hot, trying like sweating, trying to record them, blah, blah, blah. Then I have to run our Tuesday runs afterwards. And I'm like, I'm going to be good. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to be, hydrated by the time, blah, blah, blah. But my body was dead. Like when I say calves locking up as we're coming off the Acosta Bridge. Like,
no.
I'm like, oh my gosh. And I recently caught a full body cramp probably like 2 weeks ago. And trust, that's the first time I've caught one in so long. But
luckily it's not as often.
Yeah, I was going to say, besides that was like running with, previous injuries were good. But yeah, recently, full body cramp, don't recommend it. Hydrate, people. Hydrate before you come to the run club. Thank you.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
I thought you had a question. My bad. I was just pausing to say she looked at me. So obviously with like the run club and everything, and like really the media side, when did that come into your life? Did you go like when you were going to school? Is that something you were interested in? We're working on that, or is this something over time?
Bro, this is most craziest backstory. My mama used to take pictures of me all the time, like to the point where I used to hate it. How many times she used to take pictures of me, but I just grew to like from her see different good pictures, I would so to say, and like I just grew a creative eye for photography. Like I wanted to take a picture, so like anybody would be going, "Hey, you want me to take a picture for you?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Hey, yeah, that's hey, do you want me to take it for you?" They're like, "Yeah, take it." I was like, "Oh my gosh, these pictures are good." And they're maybe on a phone, on a camera that people may have back in the day, and just grew that creative eye. And I always loved cameras, so it was just more of first camera was a Canon going into college, received my FAFSA check. Like, I kid you not, on scholarship. And that was one of the first things I purchased was a camera. It was a camera, it was a TV, and it was an Xbox. I'm telling you, I kid you not.
The essentials. That's what we need. That's what we need. Yep.
And literally, my life has like everything it changed since then. I had my Canon. I ended up switching to Sony now. Sony gang. Shout out to Sony gang.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah. And yeah, like that was literally it. So taking pictures for my brand when I had my clothing brand, just different people around the campus, shooting videos for people, just on campus, like different sororities, fraternities, and just continue to love it. People were paying me for it on a smaller amount then, end up coming home and just having that eye, knowing that we were in a space where that creativeness now is what a lot of people are looking for. But yeah, so sorry.
You're okay.
Had people calling me.
No, it all looks amazing, dude. Every time, like that was one of the first things like I started seeing was obviously like Jacksonville Run Club, and then when I reached out to you, obviously checking out your page, seeing everything, like everything's very crisp, everything is clean,
Yes, sir.
And it's something that like I'm watching it, I'm like, all right, I scroll to the next one, and I keep wanting to like watch all your videos and everything you're putting out. It's really, really good work.
I'm glad to hear that, man. I ain't never nobody ever told me that, so
everything looks great, and like when it comes to like the stuff for the football team, I love like you were saying, like, getting that eye on the Atlantic Coast, right? There's some kids who might not make it to that next level, but make them feel like a superstar while they're in high school. Because
that's the point.
These kids don't have to do this. This is something they have a dream for and they want to keep doing. And, putting your body on the line. Obviously, you were just talking about your MCL. I was pretty lucky on that side of things. The worst thing ever for me in sports was I popped my hip out. I went up to go block a shot. The kid stepped on my foot when I went to launch, and my foot stayed on the ground.
I hate injury stories because thankfully I haven't had injuries. That's one of my biggest injuries. But jeez, I hate listening to them.
Oh, dude, I was pretty good about it, and I'm on the ground. I kind of pull myself off to the side. My stepmom's a nurse. Yeah. She comes up to me. She's like, "Hey, you're gonna be okay." I'm like, "What do you mean I'm gonna be okay?" She's like, "Watch this." I was like, "Holy shit!" I was not prepared for that.
That's how they get you. I get it. Yes, sir.
No, man, but like sports have played such a good role in my life. Obviously, in yours, it sounds like same with Shannon. Shannon was you were a 3-star athlete.
Hey,
or 3-sport athlete. Pardon me.
I did basketball, track, flag football. Well-rounded. Started in middle school with just track. My sister was track ahead of me, so kind of following her footsteps. And then got to high school. I stopped in like my sophomore year, and I moved down to Jacksonville going into my senior year, or not Jacksonville, Tampa.
She went to Steinbrenner down there.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the basketball coach came up to me. They're like, "Hey, you're the one from Ohio, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, who are you?" So they came up to me. They're like, "Hey, we want you to try out." And to me, that was like, "Oh, really? You know about me?"
Yeah, screaming, yeah.
So yeah, I played basketball first, then got into flag football as well. We played at the Buccaneers practice stadium. Got to go through all that. So yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, see, you was the forefront, like. Football now, like women's flag football. Like, shout out to my girl London. That's another Jacksonville product of Jacksonville, who is a part of the U.S. Women's National with the USA Women's official 7-on-7
That's
team.
sweet.
That's
and
awesome.
she's from Jacksonville. London, I forget her last name. Shout out, sorry London, I forgot your last name. Love you, girl, doing great things. But yeah, from Jacksonville, like.
And then
on the USA flag team, like, come on now.
And the Jags just won a championship, right?
Yes.
Like our
With
flag football
Bryson.
team.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir, with Bryson.
Yeah.
Ironically, with Bryson, but yeah.
Yeah, man, like flag football's turned into a thing. It's just, I feel like a lot of people who don't watch sports, right? They're like, why are you interested in guys hitting each other or girls, hitting each other, whatever it is? I'm like, it's way more than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I bring up a story all the time, like where I felt the energy change in a room. 2-3 years ago when the Jags were playing the Chargers, right? We were down like 27-0 in the first out and came back. Yep. Me and her were at that game.
It's a shift.
There's a video I have of her, and I'm like losing my mind. I'm like, oh my god! Like after they kicked the field goal, all you hear her in the back like, yes, let's fucking go.
I'm a very competitive person in general, but that was great.
But to talk about the energy of it, right? Like I felt it. Like everybody in Jacksonville together, screaming like happy, and walking down the concourse, people are hugging each other, screaming Duval, and like being proud of your city, right?
That's community, bro.
That's what I tell people whenever I hear like, oh, I don't watch football, I don't watch this. I'm like, dude, you're missing out on something that, it's just, it's hard to even describe, man. It brings people together. With us, we have a family fantasy football league. We're about to go draft on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's what happened to the Packers with
Micah Parsons. Dude,
yes. My homeboy, that's him calling me.
Yeah.
He literally, while we were on the phone, he's like, what? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He went to go pick up the Packers in the fantasy because somebody had it off. I'm like,
I didn't hear what happened. What happened?
So Michael Parsons got signed 4 years, 188 million to the Packers.
Dude,
oh my God.
He's the defensive end for the Cowboys. It used to be Cowboys now. Yeah. And he's one of the, if not the best defensive end other than like Myles Garrett and a couple other people.
Aiden Hutchinson for sure.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Crosby,
yep. And he's been fighting with the Cowboys and Jerry Jones for months now, saying I want out. He's like, I am done. I'm tired of this team, which I can understand. It's the Cowboys. For sure. And I thought he was going to sign today.
I did. I thought Jerry would not have let him walk.
That's why I was thinking as well. And then when I saw that, I saw a trade alert from the Cowboys on my phone from ESPN. I was like,
I'm literally walking up the steps. I got a big box. So I'm on the phone with my homeboy, telling him, I'm trying to hurry up because I got to get ready to go because we plan on doing some things for my birthday. And he's like, Michael Parsons got traded. No, he's like, Michael Parsons signed. He's like, I was like, oh, how much he signed for? He's like 188 million. I'm like, dang, that's it. Me, I'm thinking like, that's it
for him. Yeah,
like, yeah. And he's like, oh, he's with the Packers. I'm like, hold on, what?
Yeah.
I said, wait. I literally dropped the box as I'm opening the door. I dropped the box and I'm going to everything, and then dang, for sure, he signed with the Packers. That's crazy.
That's a big.
Now I got to keep that on my.
Keep that in your mind.
No, seriously.
The Packers are one of those sneaky teams this year. Jordan Love's a monster, and to
add Micah is a great addition to that defense.
Huge.
So we will see now. That's scary over there. Like Caleb Downs thought he had problems before, but now, oh my gosh, bro, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man. And I've been asking people. So obviously you're a sports fan, right?
Yeah.
What's the record for the Jaguars this year?
Hey man, we're going to the Super Bowl. Travis Hunter, MVP.
I like it.
Offensive Player of the Year. Travis Hunter, Defensive Player of the Year. Travis Hunter, Jaguars to the Super Bowl, baby. Jaguars in 5. You heard it here.
Jaguars in 5. That's
Stop
right.
playing,
dude. I'm so excited for this season. And obviously, it was a little tough when the coach was like Duval. I was like, Jesus Christ, man.
He doesn't even know. But it's
he's learning.
Yeah,
he's learning.
It's a different. I don't know. I feel like we may have needed that, out of touch to bring some truth. You know what I mean? Like some true light.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we've been in the system for the past 10 years where it's like we've been expecting trash, and that's everybody who has come into the system has been producing trash. So I don't know. I got faith. I hope just with the pick with Travis Hunter as well, that's a new direction because a lot of people wouldn't have went that way, just a two-sided player. So I love Travis. I love what he wants, and the fact that they've picked a generational talent that lets you know that, okay, they may be trying to change, the idea of Jacksonville. And we're moving, we're growing as a city as well. So it's, and hopefully.
And we got rid of old general manager, bulky, and people were literally wearing clown costumes, and they still didn't fire him.
Needed it.
Him, obviously, I did like Doug Peterson personally,
sure.
but
Doug is a good guy. He had a lot of bad influences.
Yeah, he's a little older though, so I think it's cool to see a new young blood come in, right? Because you see that with a lot of new coaches. Like when Sean McVay first came in for the Rams, one of the youngest head coaches ever, and he came in there and won them Super Bowl.
The entire program,
exactly.
It's that winning mindset, that youth, that generation, of. Okay, my GM is fired up. My own, he has the owner fired up because of this youth. It's okay, we may have now have something to fight for.
Yeah,
and that's what I feel like with Travis. That's generational talent where other guys who see his work ethic, his passion, they will want to come to Jacksonville now because Travis is here. We're investing into him and, you know, that youthful generation. So hopefully it's sparking a fire, man. That's what I hope.
And I like him personally, right? Like, you know, there's the whole thing with Shador and all that, you know, and like that's just people hating. He's a good quarterback, interested to see what he does in the future here.
For sure.
But Travis Hunter's kind of a quiet guy, right? Like whenever he's talking in the interviews, he's soft-spoken, super nice, media trained out the ass, very well.
Dion got him right.
Dion got him right. Sure. And like when Travis first came to Jacksonville, Shannon, his first thing, they were like, so where are you going to buy a house? He's like, wherever there's a lake so I can go fishing. I was like, I like that.
You want. Locked in, football, family, faith. You know, that's what you want.
They're about to have, did they have a baby or are they about to have a baby?
I think they're getting ready to so I don't know.
I don't know either.
But they were talking about it. I think he's getting ready to have a child, man. Hey, shout out to you. Congratulations.
Shout out. And then my big thing, I think the baby boom is going to be going for Lawrence this year. I think that's a huge thing.
Yeah, that's the big thing. So, man, hopefully they got something more to play for. So we're gonna see, man.
We're gonna see. But to switch over topics a little bit here, let's talk about the Run Club, man.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, you know, I don't even have to really describe it. You guys are doing amazing things, getting people out there, building that community, getting people healthy, right? A lot of people are, you know, they get off work, they just want to go sit on the couch, eat whatever. Getting people out there to go, you know, I guess it's really like in sports, right? You guys are suffering together when you're at practice, right? You're building that bond. I think it's cool to get people out there running together. You know, everybody's at a different health milestone, right? Sure. Some people can run 4 or 5 miles or 10 miles, like you were talking about those two people. Other people, you know, that half a mile is the hardest thing that they've ever done. And it's cool to see that people are pushing each other to go out there, keep on moving. And, you know, at the end of the videos that I see with you guys, you get everybody together, everybody gets hyped up.
Yes, sir.
I think it's cool what you guys are building. So feel free to, you know, describe how did this come to be, and you have other partners and everything, right?
Shout out to my boy Jalen. Shout out my boy Jordan. Jalen's he's actually leaving us to go back to military training. I think it is this Friday. So
really?
We're 28 today, 29.
Really?
So
good luck.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Jay. You already know it. But actually, it's crazy because Jalen came up with the idea, and he reached out to Jordan, and Jordan, and I've been telling this story for the longest. Like our relationship is like a movie. I kid you not. Like one day y'all will see the documentary. But I had asked Jordan to come out to speak to one of my networking events because I saw him on social media. They're younger than me, so I just turned 31 yesterday, and Jalen and Jordan are 23. They were 22 at the time. And so basically Jordan, you know, I seen he was younger. He was into real estate. He was flipping homes, as far as like mobile homes. So I'm like, hey, I want to bring you out, highlight you, give you a platform. Because I saw him on social media. I'm like, hey, you need to be highlighted. You need to have a team behind you, blah, blah, blah. So giving him a platform, rock the stage. Like when I say they loved him there, like he was the only guy on a full panel of women. And it was, you know, we had a construction, we had a builder, we had a school owner, we had they were big partners with the city. Nice. And so, like, you know, he don't even really know who he's sitting next to. Like, rock, they loved his energy, blah, blah, blah. A couple days later, he hit me up. He say, hey, I have an idea. And this was from Jalen reaching out to him saying, like, hey, you know, I want to create a run club. And the idea of it was, you know, just staying fit, like-minded people come together, you know, we're going to run together, you know, just to have like-mindedness, you know what I mean? And shout out to my girl Jaden. Jaden's been trying to get me running for years. We ran together in track at Fletcher. Okay. Me, her, Sean, a couple guys, Chris, Jamari, you know, 4x1, 100 meters, 200 meters. I never was a long-distance guy, but they were. And always tried to get me to run. So basically it was an idea that Jalen came, Jordan, and reached out to me like, hey, I got an idea. Like, I want to start a run club. And like, you know, hey, we know what you do here in the city, blah, blah, blah. Let's do it. I was like, you know what? Hell yeah, let's do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And from the first run, it was probably like, I would say maybe 10, 15 people coming out, maybe 20 people. And then it just continued to grow to levels one we were not expecting. But literally anywhere we have anywhere from 75 to 150 people running with us.
Oh, they have groups. Every time I see a video, I'm like, Jesus. Yeah.
Well, even starting with 20, that's a good number for the first time.
Yeah, 10 to 20, and that's what we were just thinking it would be. You know what I mean? Like just 10 people, 20 people, like a little group of runners. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it was unexpected. Yeah. And it's growing like really bigger than we can even imagine.
Probably every single time there's some new faces out there, right?
We really just talked about this 2 days ago. Compared to, and it's not that just people fell off. Like we have people now participating in marathons and 5Ks, traveling. But the group of people that we had, it was a specific picture where we had 162 people in a picture, and looking to now how many people we have in like a big group pictures that we take, none of those people are there. Well, we maybe like a handful, but it's more of like a new community of people. Like it's a brand new cycle of people who are coming out, like still numbers, still doing the numbers, still the experience, but it's like more people are hearing about us, and like these are people that are just spawning out of Jacksonville, you know, and they're coming, like, that's how I can say, like, you know, just spawning, and they're coming out, growing community, meeting new people, like just having that like-mindedness. And it's I promise you, opposed to, you know, back in the day, college life, you go to the club, you know, drink, you know, blah blah, but now, like, people don't, I would say our age group now growing up, even young people, they don't, you know, everybody doesn't want to go to the club, everybody doesn't want to drink to feel that high or smoke to get that high. It's like that dopamine feeling we're getting now is by running, going out and challenging each other. Like, and back to you were saying, like, it's all paces. All paces are welcome. We don't care if you're an avid runner. We have fast runners. We have pacers. We have guiders. We have people that run down to our checkpoints and run back to make sure they encourage people. But we have walkers. We have joggers. We have, you know, dogs. We have mothers who have their strollers. You know, we have people sometimes, all abilities. Like, it's for everybody. Like, and it's when we had this saying, Jacksonville didn't need another run club. They need the community. You know what I mean? And prior to COVID, people wanted to come back out. Like, they didn't want to have to drink or do something bad to congregate.
Exactly.
Like, you know, we're doing health and wellness. We're here. We're going to turn you up. The hardest thing is you to come out. You know what I mean? So literally the hardest thing for you to do is within your mind, if you're not a runner, if 0.5 miles is, you know, your goal is the big longest you ever did, like, you come out to hear a run club, it's like, man, that's not for me. I'm not for it. That's the hardest part. Yeah. Tricking yourself to get out of that. Once you get out there, we're going to do the rest. Trust, I'm yelling at 7 a.m. at people in their cars with a megaphone, hyping them up and encouraging them. Trust, anybody know, we here. Like, y'all could be anywhere in the world, like literally in your beds. You could be hungover. You could be dead. But we're here, we're alive, and we're able. So let's turn up and let's have a great freaking time here at Jacksonville Run Club.
I love that message.
And that's the experience that everybody gets, man. Yes, sir.
That's awesome, man.
Come on, man. Turn me up.
Yeah. And you guys go out twice a week, right?
Yeah. So Tuesdays, 6 p.m., Saturdays, 7 a.m. at Friendship Fountain. Sometimes we have little run-off runs. We may run with a different run club, or have a sponsored run, or may go to the beach. But yeah, I mean, we're starting to incorporate different days as well, like different track days, workout days, marathon trainings as well. So main days right now, Tuesdays, 6 p.m., Saturdays, 7 a.m. If y'all want to come hang, come run, man, we here. Walkers, joggers, crawlers, if you like to fly, if you want to ride a wheelie, if you want to, you know, ride a scooter, you want to drive on a little e-bikes, whatever, come on out, man. It's for y'all. Come on out.
And so, is this something that you sign up for? Is it more just a show-up thing?
I mean, it's free. We do have a waiver that when you guys come out, you will join our Halo group chat. We'll let you, like, a little QR code, just a waiver just to protect us, you know, protect you guys as well, just to make sure any liabilities are taken care of. But, yeah, it's free to come out. We do have paid memberships if you want to be a part. We have different discounts, giveaways, raffles. It's only $10 a month. You know, so just it's more of a community aspect. We don't want to have to charge people to come out and be a part of what's something that's already here. You know what I mean? We're just the curators and really the leaders and the guiders, just to be able to have a great experience with other people. So
that's sick, man. And I've seen Sean Wolf. I'm sure you may have
my boy
Sean Abrams.
Sean. We actually went to Fletcher together.
I was about to say, I heard you say Sean. Yeah,
love him to death, man. That's like when I say the growth that he is now, like the transition from being a football player to real life is real.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't compare it to, like, you know, being in the military and then becoming a civilian, but the same principles as far as like relearning life. We went through that process, and, you know, he came to me, and, you know, Sean, like, I love his growth, came to me like when that transition was happening, and these are the conversations that we still say, I'm proud of you today. Like, has his own shoe, like working with different programs here in Jacksonville, being the innovator from things that we spoke on years ago.
Yeah.
Like, and that's where I'm proud of that boy, because it don't make no sense how, like, where he came from. It was a lost little brother that football was our everything. You know what I mean? And now we're in a position of changing our community. It's like, you got to understand, it's a lot of self-development, and, you know, especially coming out of football, that one has to go through. So, bro, my boy is getting it right now. Shout out to Sean, man. Come on now.
We had him and Greg Rogers on.
Yes, sir. Shout out my boy Greg too, man.
Yeah, they're great. Like, when I sat here, I was like, how do you do all this? Like, you know,
moving in the shitty shakers.
Shakers. Like, I think I'm a busy dude, you know, when it comes to like work and, you know, family life, marriage, all that kind of stuff. And then also, like, we have a business outside of this as well. And then I sit down with some people. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm lazy. Like I really do think it sometimes. I'm like, wow,
bro. I've most recently partnered and just started working with a new client. They're $1 billion company. Understand? I have this like under my name now. I've worked with official $1 billion.
There you go. There you go.
Seeing the owner, like they're in a transitional state, and just seeing his day-to-day life. Like when we talk about busy, there's levels of busy.
Oh,
you know, and I trust we are productively busy within our own life. For
of course.
Sure. But like
there's levels to these things,
bro. Like when I say he's transitioning, having to, and with him, he's a great leader, so he wants to face everybody. So with this transition, he has to talk to 125 real estate agents, like, and he wants to do it face to face. So
I respect that. To be honest with you. I respect that.
It's real. Like, and it's to have a $1 billion company. Like, these are the things that you have to do. You have to have that personal relationship with everybody. Like, but just to see how many calls he's taking back to back to back from people who can't make it in, or the people who are coming in. Like I'm helping them shoot for YouTube.
Okay.
Just recording the process. And, like he had like a little round table. So like to see their reactions, but to see how much, like some of the responses that they're giving him from his busy schedule and him taking the time out to meet with them. They're like, hey, we believe in you because you got us here. And the fact that you're doing this shows, one, you're a visionary. Like, because trust, I'm telling you, the response they get is crazy. Like they're saying thank you because you're seeing something. We believed in you one time, you got us here. Now you're seeing something even further.
Yeah.
We have no choice but to believe you. You know what I mean? Like, or to trust you.
Yeah.
And so where his schedules and like what he takes time out for is crazy. But it's trust. Busy is levels to the busy for sure.
But I think it's a good thing, man. Like you can ask her. I'm a busybody, you know. And it's very rare that, like, you know, maybe I get home and I have a little bit of time. I'll sit on the couch and do my thing. But normally it's whether it's cleaning here, editing videos. Obviously, you understand editing, and obviously to the level that you do, I can't even imagine. Obviously,
every day I got some stuff to edit right now, bro.
Oh yeah, trust me, it's the same for me. Literally after this episode, I'll start getting everything downloaded, get everything moving.
The upload process is one of the pain.
I hate. I love Adobe Premiere a lot, but man, when it says 16 hours to start getting my video down, I'm like,
and yeah, that's.
I literally. So my process is.
I hurt for you, bro.
I'm glad someone feels for me. You can ask her. I'll be like, I'm a big on editing at late at night for some reason. I don't know why. That's when things kind of flow for me.
For sure.
She'll be in bed. I'll just sit down and take a couple hours to edit half of it or a part of it, whatever it is, or teach myself something new. Obviously, I'm sure you're innovating, looking at different ways of whether it's editing the video, adding a graphic here or whatever it is.
Always.
I'm the same way. Like since obviously you see that we like recorded a single camera, right? I learned how to cut it where, I can put it on each person and make it look like a multi-camera series.
You do great with it. Love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And just learning that side because like I said, man, I'm sure just as you are, like I just picked it up one day and started figuring it out because for the first 2 years, we were just audio, and I would post clips from my phone, just using CapCut. I would just post social clips, and then getting the camera in here. It's definitely added more work to it, but I enjoy it now.
Process, bro. Come on, man.
Well, the way I look at it, man, is like this is kind of like a history of Jacksonville, right? Every time I sit down with someone, me and you have never met. This is our first time meeting, right?
Yeah.
And building that network. I'm huge on networking. I'm big on going out to networking groups, shaking hands with people. I love being the youngest guy in the room.
Come on,
that's one of my favorite things because they're like, "Why are you here?" And then I'm like, "Oh, this is
what I do."
This is what I do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or a lot of the guests that we've had on the podcast is through going up and shaking hands with people in those networking groups. We were a part of this club called the Southside Businessmen's Club.
Oh yeah. I've heard of it.
Yeah, we met with every single week. It was like Tuesday or Wednesday we would meet, and there would be a keynote speaker. And some days it was like the owner of the Jumbo Shrimp, the CEO of JEA at the time. That's how I met him and had to go through his publicist and everything. But getting and shaking those hands with people, they're like, what's this 23-year-old doing? Yeah, what a podcast? What's that? And I think it takes that. Obviously, that's what you're doing as well. Just going out there and shaking hands with people. You never know who you're going to meet. Obviously, we were talking about Sean, right? Sean Wolf and Greg Rogers, man, meet randomly through social media. Just I saw him pop up. And I was like, the shoes. I'm like, those are interesting.
Yeah, that was ironically that was my first running shoe.
Oh, really?
Wolf ones. I kid you not. I mean, they're really great. I kid you not. I'm not just selling it because that's my boy.
I understand.
I probably ran a good 500 miles in those before I switched to my shoes, like my actual official running shoes now, and held up. Like, trust it. You can have wear and tear because you're running, but held up, did everything I needed. And so many people from the Run Club now, they have some because of like that little testimony that I had. And I mean, they're beneficial. They're good.
I need to get a set, man. I want to get some custom.
Get him some.
Me and him have talked a couple of times. I need to sit down and talk with him because I would love to put those up on here.
Sean, get him a pair of shoes, bro.
Because everything you see on here. So this is Julian Gasca, a local artist, custom kicks by King.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Little Julian.
Yeah.
I think he went to AC.
Yeah.
I actually think he went to Atlantic Coast. He reached out to
He
me.
hand painted those one day.
Shout out to you, Jude.
Yeah, he came on the podcast and handed those to me.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah,
I wanted to bring you a Jacksonville Run Club tie, and I thought about it. I was like, dang, I should have brought some.
It's all good, man.
I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna make sure y'all
this won't be your only time, man. I'll say.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, like we're big on promoting. This is a local artist here in Jacksonville, John Hawkins.
I've been trying to get a piece from John. John, you already know. Every time I see him, because I mean, it's not because I don't, but I typically don't watch people's stories like that. So he drops some somewhere, and I always see it late, and I'm like, bro, let me know. And it was one day he actually let me know before he was doing it, but I had an event, so I was able to make it out. So yeah, man, I got it, bro. Please, can I have a?
He's a great dude.
Bro, come on now.
We were the first podcast to interview him in town.
Wow.
I saw he moved to town, and I saw him posting his art, and I was like, hey, dude. I was like, come on. And
he is dope, bro. He is
super.
Like this, I love it. This is actually because I'm a big art guy. Like Sean has done 2 pieces for me.
Okay.
Big in day trading, so he actually made me. I don't even have a picture of it, but he made me a bull. So like it's just always like bullish, like always going up. Just a mindset. Yeah. And it was like a multicolored bull that he made for me, and he actually did a mural of me myself. So I'm a big artist, big art dude.
Yeah.
Bro. Ever since I first saw him, I told him like, bro, I need a piece. Can I please get a piece?
Yes,
come on, bro. Come on, talk
John, bro. We're gonna get this figured out. Like,
need it.
My goal is whenever we actually have our own standalone studio, I would love to have all the artists we've had on come do a part of a wall and just make it like a Jacksonville artist wall, right? And do all that. I think that would be cool. It's just, we're working with what we got right now.
Man.
A lot of people come in and they're like, oh, this is where you have the studio. I'm like,
this is it's amazing. Bro.
I appreciate it.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, man. It's just taking time, but the amazing people in Jacksonville is what makes this show what it is. Like I said, we don't have billions of listeners or anything like that, but like I get so charged by sitting down. Like, I told you I just got off of work before I came in.
Literally, but grinding.
I was looking forward to this all day. This is where I get my excitement from, because it's cool to hear people from our city doing the good things, right?
Yes, sir. Great things.
You go on social media, you see people, whether it's rap music or like other people who are putting out this lifestyle, right? That's not the healthiest or the safest or anything like that. That's not what I want to promote. I've had people hit me up and they're like, oh yeah, and I go on their Instagram, there's bricks and everything, and I'm like, hey man, not hating on your way you're making your money. Hey bro, I respect, but I ain't giving you my address.
I feel you. Hey, y'all boys can't pull up, man.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a gated community, please.
That's right.
Screaming.
Yeah, I say, and I went to Sandalwood and saw that lifestyle, man, and and you make that choice, right? You can go either way. It's just me personally. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy the lighter side of things, and we've talked about some things where people have gone through some harder stuff, right?
Sure.
We're really big on mental health here. One of the sponsors, BetterHelp. Shout out BetterHelp. We're big on talking about that. Like with me, for a personal story for myself, right? And Shannon knows this. Like hardcore depression growing up. Still to this day, still deal with it, and like we'll have days where she can tell something's off or something's eating at me, right? But I learned to start talking about it, and basically the pod is my therapy, right? I talk about everything. If I'm having a rough day, if there's stuff going on through my life, I want to put it out there just to show that maybe that one person that sees it, they're not alone.
No, bro. It's one principle that I've been saying recently. You never know who is depending on your evolution to see God. And essentially, you never know who is depending on you to go through that trial, talk about that situation, communicate whatever that was for them to find themselves, to have a better light within themselves. So, yeah, man, you trust it's needed. I promise you, it's needed.
Well, and it's a perspective change, right? Like, I've talked to some people, man, they're like, they came from dirt. Like straight dirt, like parents didn't care about them. They were in the foster system, or maybe someone their brother died, or someone died at a very young age. And it's cool to hear people talk about that stuff, right? Because vulnerability is the thing. Everybody, us as men, right? We're strong, right? We want to be strong, but you have to have sometimes to put those emotions out there.
Got to, man.
Like with like Shannon there, I've told her if she knows.
Shout out to Shannon.
Shannon's
shout out to Shannon.
My fucking rock, bro.
On, man. Yes, sir. It's good to have.
Yeah, I say, dude, she's seen me go from working in restaurants to trying to figure out what being a man really is.
Yes, sir.
And sticking around. We were dating for 6 or 7 years before I proposed to her, so she stuck around for a while.
Shannon a ride, y'all. Stop playing.
But building that life together, right? Like we've both grown together. We've gone from having roommates to being able to have roommates move out on us randomly and having to figure out, oh shit, where's that other half of rent going to come? We've worked 2 jobs at the same time, all this kind of stuff. But I think that's
real, man.
Yeah,
y'all, bro.
We literally did a podcast the day after we got married, and like we were writing the podcast and telling people like each step of our process, plan the wedding, when it happens, all this kind of stuff. And we did a cute little thing. We met at Five Guys Burgers and Fries. I was a manager, and
yes, sir.
And I ended up taking over her store, and that's how we met. And we were just good friends, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And then, one thing leads to another. We started dating. And 1 month into dating, she moved in with me. And we've been inseparable ever since, man.
Bro, shout out to y'all. That is a fire story. Like, even with the podcast, man, may God bless y'all to continue to keep riding together. But that is a great story, like, to just begin y'all, like, journey off of. Like, yep. Come on, man. I can see y'all interviewing everybody in Jacksonville, top officials, athletes, influencers, business owners, blah, 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 together. Come on, man. Yeah. Turn me up.
Well, funny enough, she became more of a mainstay on the pod about this past year, because for a while there, she's like, I don't know about being on camera and all this. Like, what am I going to talk about? And I'm like, you can ask anything. And then after the shows, she would ask me a question like, why didn't you ask this? I'm like,
because I would always be behind the camera just making sure everything's working fine. And as they're talking, obviously my brain works completely different than a guy's.
Right, for sure.
So it would end and they're we talk before and after the podcast, and I'm like, oh, well, what about this? You mentioned this.
Girl, you need to be in the action, right? Come on,
I told her, I was like, come sit down.
Step in it.
But
step into it.
Yeah, man, like when it comes to the show, we've sat down with all kinds of people, and the big thing we'd like to put out there, right, is everybody wants to interview the people with 1 million followers, collaborate, get that clip that, get the crowd. But we've sat down with people with 200 followers or 50 followers. It's really just learning that story or promoting a local business and artists here, because that's what I'm interested in, man. I just want to meet people who are normal. I want to meet people who are trying to make our city better and keep growing. And I love seeing the evolution of people.
For sure.
There's a lot of times, like, I've been aware of you for a while. I've watched what you guys have been doing for a little bit. And it's cool to see when someone says they're going to do something and see them actually do it.
Amen.
There's been a lot of people on the podcast that we've sat down with that said, I'm going to do this. And then they disappear. And I'm just like, damn. I'm like, that's
I had so much hate. I had so much faith in you. Yeah, I feel you.
But life gets in the way sometimes, man.
For sure,
I say, we all have our things, and we like to post all of our glamorous things on social media, but there's real life going on behind the camera.
For sure.
But so, like I said, this has been an amazing conversation. I appreciate you taking the time out of your very, very busy schedule. And I hope this isn't a one-time thing, man.
We got to come back. We're coming back. Come on,
make it a yearly. I would say,
let's do it.
Yeah, I'm always down, and we'll have to get the other guys on. I know
we got to get Jalen and Jordan. Y'all got to come.
Yeah, let them
come on. Now we'll bring the pod to the Run Club. We'll do that.
I'm down.
Come on now. Let's do it. We'll figure something out.
We'll figure it out. I would love to come sit, and even at the finish line, sit there with the camera and be like, how y'all feeling now?
Let's do it.
I'm down.
Podcast coming. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I love it.
So I do have a final question. Shannon, did you have anything that you wanted to ask before I get to our final one?
I don't think so. Everything's been awesome. We definitely will have more to talk about next time as things progress, for sure. But it's been great having you.
Of course.
Thank y'all for having me, seriously.
Hey, no problem at all. So whenever it's someone's first time on the show, this is always my ending question.
Yeah, talk to me.
And it is, do you feel successful? And if you do or do not, in what ways?
Yeah, I mean, I feel successful, one, just being able to give back. Like, there's not even just monetarily, but I'm a big guy on relationship currency. So being able to make those right connections, like literally, like when we came in with you, I'm like, okay, have you talked to Keegan and you talked to Hootie? Because we're trying to utilize that space to bring more creatives in. So this is more, another way that I'm just using my idea to connect the dots, but I genuinely feel like I am successful. Helped a lot of businesses grow their identity, helped a lot of people grow their identity, made a lot of money, did a lot of things, created ideas, so I feel like I'm successful. Trust there's a lot more to go. So the success continues to grow, but to an extent where I know there's more. Like what we have right now, I'm thankful. Like God has us in an amazing trust. First off, none of this is possible without him. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, just him using me to use my position, just to help people. So in that alone, just having his grace, his favor, his mercy on my life, yes, I'm very successful. There's nothing that anybody in this world can give me. Now, if y'all want to give me $1 million, for sure, but that's God. You know what I mean?
I'll sign up for that, too.
You feel me? But, I mean, like, just the value of success to me is more, like you say, talking to the people who don't have 1 million followers. Like, me being able to instill something into you where you later, you're my testimony. You go out, you be great. Sean is a testimony to me. Like, and for me to instill into him, for him to then go out into our community and impact hundreds of people. Like, he sold hundreds of shoes.
That's right.
And it's not always monetary. It's like, okay, these people, they have a new shoe that a Jacksonville creative, created. This is a shoe. Mm-hmm. These are Yeezys. Like, thinking about a shoe is like,
it's hard
to create a shoe. You know what I mean? But those are those conversations that we had when nobody was watching, when he didn't have the platform he has now, when we were going through depression, together through football, being men, not having anybody to talk to, but that brotherhood to say, I need help. Can you help me? And that's what he reached out to me on. And so that's my level of success, me being able to help in that aspect of, like, hey, you may be going through something, I help you either grow, whether it's your mindset, whether it's your business, whether it's your identity, whether it's monetarily. We here, we growing,
That's
what I mean?
Right.
So anybody know me when I say we here, and that's what success looks like, man.
I'm juiced up, man. I'm ready to run through a wall.
We got Mandarin tomorrow, man. If y'all ain't doing nothing, y'all come out Atlantic Coast against Mandarin. Oh, they won't even see it till Monday. So
yeah.
It's all good. Next year, y'all support Atlantic Coast. If y'all do want to support, come out of Jacksonville Run Club. Come donate to Atlantic Coast High School for the football, not for us, for the kids, and everything else. And donate to the podcast as well, man. Got to support if you want to keep the hustle going, man, you got to support it. Come on now.
Yes, sir. And funny enough, I will be at one of your AC games coming here soon.
Oh, yes, sir.
Sandalwood AC.
Yeah. It's all right, but sorry, little bro. Sandalwood is a stat game. Man.
I mean, it may be tough if we win. You might hear who are you from the stands.
Listen, if y'all win, it's gonna be a lot.
Anything can happen.
I'm not down, y'all. I'm not down. I know.
Listen, it's funny.
It'll be a good time.
It's gonna be a lot of reevaluating.
Oh yeah, man.
So, scream it.
No, like I said, excited to see it, and as I know I've said it a couple times, I do greatly appreciate the time today, man. It's been a pleasure to get to know you and get to learn some more of your story, and obviously I know we have plenty more to talk about in the future. So anytime you want to come back on, man, I'll be more than happy to sit down with you. It's always an open door policy. Yes, so let us know.
I thank y'all for having me. I had a great time, great questions, great setup.
Appreciate you.
But listen, y'all gotta get on the pod now. Everybody can't come if you got all that stuff on your profile. Okay, we're not having that. But yeah, y'all should definitely tap in, man, for sure.
I appreciate it. And before we get out of here, please let everybody know where they can follow you, whether it's the Jacksonville Run Club, your personal page, your media page, all that kind of good stuff. Let them know.
If y'all want to know anything, man, Rique Bentley, RIQUE BENTLEY, just like the car. Jacksonville Run Club on all social medias. And if you need anything media direction, content creation, hit us up, all one media. So ALL, the number one media. Let me know. I'm here for you.
Yes, sir. Make sure you guys go give them a follow, a subscribe, a like, any way you guys can support, and make sure you guys go donate to Atlantic Coast. There's nothing wrong with supporting the kids here in town. These are our future, so let's make sure we support them. Also, make sure you guys go out to the Jacksonville Run Club. Go out there, get that networking in, go get healthy, go out there and break a sweat. Right? Every so often, I need to get my butt back out there.
We outside.
Yes, sir.
Let's get it, man. Y'all need to come to the Jacksonville. We're moving the pod to Jacksonville Run Club. We're gonna do a podcast.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir. So, guys, make sure you guys go like, subscribe, support, all that good stuff out here. We have people who are doing amazing things in Jacksonville. A lot of times people like to say we're next up. We are here, as he said.
We are here,
yes,
baby.
Sir.
I love that. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And also, while you guys are checking out their pages, make sure you guys give us a like, a subscribe, a follow on all the social media. It's going to be at Who Are You Pod for everything from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all the normal spots. Also, make sure you check out the YouTube channel. The channel is growing. We're very thankful for everybody's checking us out, but make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We got 50% people are watching who are not subscribed, so just help me out.
Come on, y'all might as well. Y'all ain't got nothing. It's free.
It's free. It's free.
On, just click it, please.
And I got two final things. If you feel like you'd be a good fit for the show, you're an entrepreneur, an artist, a business owner, a restaurateur, really a mix of anything, you feel like you'd be a good fit, feel free to shoot me a DM on any of our social media pages, or it's going to be whoareyoupod@yahoo.com, and maybe we'll have you guys on a future episode. And my final thing, you guys know me and Shannon and my father have started a business, C2 Promos, so C2-Promos. Make sure you guys go check out the website if you guys need any kind of promotional products made, hats, shirts, shoes. I can make a pin, whether it's a writing pen or the pin you wear on your shirt. Make sure you guys go check us out on there. You guys can email us through the website, or you can hit me up on the social pages. If you guys have any questions, make sure you let us know. It's going to be C2- don't forget the dash, promos.com, and we would love to be able to work with you guys.
Come on now. If you're in a run club, y'all better hit them up.
Yes, sir.
Come on now.
But as I say every single week, y'all, thank you so much for checking us out, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Yes, sir.